With the help of Events Now USA, we have completed 25 episodes of our Aware and Care program. Thanks to all our viewers and well-wishers for the support. Thank you.
Twenty 20, a year of milestones and concerns, and a year that will stay in our memory forever. There were so many concerns in the beginning of the year about your health, your well-being, your daily life. But we led one step to other, and it came to the 25th episode of Aware and Care. Welcome to Aware and Care, a weekly medical show, Ayurvedic perspective, where we talk about the wellness of the body, mind, and of course the entire being. We are always joined every week by Dr. Ambika Nair, who is the co-founder and chief consultant at Santhigram Group of Companies. Let me start by congratulating her on this 25th episode. Congratulations to Santhigram Group of Companies and her entire team. Welcome to the show, Dr. Nair.
Thank you.
This has been a very, very interesting year. And what we have to do always is, like you always say, count your blessings and be grateful about what you have in hand. And if we are able to do this show today, we are definitely grateful to many things in our life. So
Yes.
as a milestone episode, we want to do something a little different this week. And also take all the requests of our viewers over the weeks. Let's do an episode on home remedies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, because our episodes and all the advice that you give, which is so close to our heart, and you talk about Ayurveda, everything is in the kitchen, in the mind, in the backyard, in the nature. So what better time than now to check with you randomly on some of the concerns that we have covered and which we will be covering in coming weeks, understanding basic symptoms and home remedies that we can try at home. Because Dr. Nair, it is also a concern period that many of us are very worried to go and visit the doctors. But I'm sure you will advise all the patients that a doctor visit, an annual checkup is always a must.
No problem. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. So let's start off with basically the entire functioning of the body. We always talk about mind and body going hand in hand. Let's start with some basics about keeping the mind calm in these stressful times.
See, actually, that is called anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Unknown origin. Some days you don't know. Some days there will be a reason for that. Some days there will be no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because people will come and tell it can be because of the hormonal imbalance. Okay, if some reason is there, especially I'm telling about, see, hormonal imbalance is not only for ladies also, for gents also it is there. Actually, when their testosterone level comes down, they feel that they are not wanted. So this all, like, so they get into depression, fear, all those things are there. So this is one of the very good topic actually, but that we can discuss later. But this one, that anxiety, like while driving a car, see, some people, when they talk, they cannot talk, because that a little bit, like, because their words will not be proper. So they cannot use it. There will be a gap. Okay. Stammering, like that. So, those people, especially, when they are seeing new people, then they are having a fear. How to talk. Whether I'll be able to convince them properly, convey my, subject properly. So this fear is there. So, like I will tell them, take a deep breath. Okay. And bite your tongue so that you become, like this. Okay. Bite your tongue a little bit so that you become a little more conscious.
Okay.
Okay. So that, then nothing, because this can be handled very easily. Until unless it's with a very big major issue, right? Okay. Otherwise, anxiety, because, like there are so many other tips, like we had to see the reason of anxiety. But Simple technique is take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. And in fact, while you were suggesting bite your tongue, I tried to do that. Yes, it literally woke me up and it made me more conscious
Yes.
about what I'm doing. So
Yes.
that's a beautiful tip that you've given. And of course, we want to give our little advice to all our viewers that these home remedies, please also seek your doctor's advice, because these are general home remedies which you can follow on immediate basis and then approach a doctor. Am I right, Dr. Nair?
Absolutely, because otherwise, like 2-3 times, if it works, it's good. If not, please seek the advice.
Please seek the advice. Okay, let's talk about the next home remedy. Of course, we'll start with the head, the scalp, keeping our scalp clean, hair fall, dandruff, two aspects here. Home remedies for this.
Okay. See, dryness is there nowadays, because
Mhm.
of the weather. Because see, winter, the dandruff will come because, little bit oily, little bit moist, then the dry scalp will come. So what you have to do is that you take like amla powder,
Mhm.
1 tablespoon of amla powder. You can add yogurt to that,
Mhm.
and like lemon juice.
Okay.
Make a good paste with that,
Mhm.
and apply on the scalp.
Mhm.
Keep it for like 1 hour.
Mhm.
Wash it with a mild shampoo, and you can see how nicely your dandruff is taken care.
Oh, wow, that was easy.
Yeah, and the hair fall will be checked with that actually.
So, what
It's a
about
very good.
oiling the hair? That is also regularly required or not required?
Oiling is required actually because we're very dry, because this is for the dandruff I told.
Okay.
Oiling with, like you can use coconut oil, and there are so many good Ayurvedic oils also, like Nilapringadi is there,
Mhm.
coconut based Durdura Patradi, like there are so many good oils. So they can
We
buy
can use
that
any oil.
and use it so that their scalp and hair growth will be taken care.
Friends, in this 25th episode of Aware and Care, today we are going to touch base on basic home remedies that you can start from home and feel a little comfortable, and see what you have to inculcate in your diet to avoid certain conditions or manage certain conditions. And that is what this episode is all about. Let's come to the eyes. Dry eyes or watering eyes is because we are in winter, and I think the dry air conditions are there everywhere. So basic to keep our eyes moisturized or keeping it more comfortable. What are the home remedies? What kind of
Wash the
diets help?
eyes. Wash the eyes with, you can make a trifala,
Mm-hmm.
like 1 teaspoon in a, like a glass of water, boil it. Okay, then
Mm-hmm.
you can strain it and wash your eyes with that.
Mm-hmm.
And even trifala, ghee is there, that also you can apply on your eyes. And, like doing pranayama, that will also help a lot. And doing nasyam also, because how it comes, because there will be some blockage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but some days watering because you have allergy also, so you have to find out whether it is due to allergy or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because don't misunderstand. Okay,
Yes, these home remedies are
because
once again mentioning that
home
please.
remedies, home
Yes.
remedies will become problematic later. So if
Yeah.
it is with the allergies, then you have to, you can take turmeric with,
Mm-hmm.
with honey,
Mm-hmm.
in warm water, take a steam. There are so many things. But if it is no allergic, only the eye means you can take care whatever I told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And coming to the nose, because nosebleed also is something very common that we see in winter because of the dry
Yeah.
air conditions. I'm repeating the same aspect of it. But what are the things that can keep the nostrils clean and healthy when the extreme weathers happen? Any kind.
Actually, steam is very good actually.
Uh-huh.
And oiling, like I told, like they can use, if they don't have anything else, they can put like two drops of ghee
Uh-huh.
in the nose.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because that will keep it, like a very, the dryness will go away.
Mhm.
It's very easy. And
Okay.
if you bleed, you have to go at the back, because epistaxis is very common these days
Mhm.
because of the congestion. Yeah.
So a nosebleeds, basically you put your tilt your head backwards and
Yeah,
then
and
of
you
course
can use the ice
moisturize.
pack over there. Yeah.
Mhm. So some of the aspects that we're talking right now is about home remedies, what you can do in the home immediately before you approach the doctor or on the way to the doctor. Also, we also have this constant people itching their ears. They put safety pins, pencils, and pens. I know it sounds a little gross, but then you do see people having those kind of problems. What is a good home remedy to keep your ears healthy? What kind of diet or food or
Diet,
oils?
they can, in the diet, they should, if they see if it is vata, due to vata, it is that itching.
Uh-huh.
But it can be a predominating symptom of asthma also. Okay.
Okay.
So see that what is the condition. And if it is just itchy, means, that because it can be with the wax also.
Mhm.
So they can, like they can put like a sesame oil,
Mhm.
like 2-3 drops. They can use with the garlic,
Okay.
boil the garlic in that, and like that is called Vajal Sunadi also, so that you can put it in the ear and lie down. So we do Karna Puranam in Ayurveda.
Okay. Mhm.
So then that is a process, like 2-3 drops can be put, then you have to plug it again
Mhm.
on the other side. It will help a lot actually.
It does help.
Yeah. So these are daily routines, they should do it. Actually weekly at least once or twice.
I think these were ancient home remedies which were over the time with modern world and over the counter medications people have forgotten, but like they say grandma's remedies also had its plus and certain concerns, because at that generation they did not know about allergies. So before you try any of these home remedies, please also check whether you're allergic to certain products or not. Doctor, there's other aspect which many of our viewers have spoken about and mentioned: mouth ulcers. You see often people having sore mouth, or they have blisters in their mouth. What kind of foods would you recommend or they should inculcate to avoid this problem?
That will be with the, like B12 deficiency, like B
Oh.
complex deficiency. So
Mhm.
what they should do is that, like they can use milk.
Mhm.
This is what my dad used to give us, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay, so I am from an Ayurvedic family.
Uh-huh.
So, like a small onion, pale onion,
Okay.
they will chop it like 5 or 6 and take a glass of milk, add little bit turmeric in that,
Uh-huh.
and boil it slowly. Okay, when it boils, you can just stop, like drink it actually. See, the day you drink itself, you will see the difference. The ulcer goes away.
So you're saying that this particular little concoction that you recommend right now, it goes inside the body and then it takes care of these blisters which are there on the
Yes,
outside.
very fast actually.
Wow.
It's a very good home remedy actually.
So that's something what we are looking forward in this entire episode. People
Yeah.
going, oh, that was so easy to do it. We can try
No,
it at
easy to
home.
do, easy to do.
It's easy.
And even the tongue ulcer, like we get a lot of people, and that otherwise also they can put glycerin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take the, like otherwise, like 1 or 2 drops of onion juice
Mm-hmm.
mixed with the glycerin, they can apply on the ulcer. This
So
all I
nice.
keep on telling to my people.
Okay, we just spoke about taking something internally. Many a times it happens, whether it's party food or stress or whatever, we have bloated stomachs and we don't know what the reason is. Some days we are just walking around with a tight stomach. Anything instantly that can help to reduce the bloating?
Instantly, what we can do is that if you are outside, I don't know, but if you are inside the home, I can tell that take fennel seeds.
Okay.
Okay, then like see the best is you can like a powder it and keep it, and you can put it in warm water. Add little coriander powder also, and little bit of like sugar. Then you
Okay.
can take it. Okay, so bloating will go away.
So basically, you said soft powder,
And a
methi
little
powder,
pinch of
and sugar.
coriander powder.
Pinch
Yeah,
also.
pinch
Okay, and
of
coriander powder also. Okay.
even
Okay,
ginger
it's
water
not
is
methi,
also
it is
very good.
coriander dhania powder, friends. I'll
Yeah,
correct myself there.
coriander.
So pinch of that in water, and then it helps about instant
Yes.
bloating. And I like what doctor just mentioned. If you're outside, I don't know, but if you're at home, this can definitely work.
Yes.
There are different types of stomach pains most of us go through. Sometimes it's a shooting pain, sometimes it just leads to diarrhea or constipation. So is there any food that can keep the lining of the stomach easy and smooth?
That can be, this is a very complicated question because actually
Mhm.
nobody will get a pain just like that. Unless, overeating, some days it will cause pain, like a radiating, very cruciating pain.
Mhm.
So, that is with the gas means, then you can take like a asafoetida.
Okay. Hing.
So
Mhm.
that is for the hing. That is very good for the digestion, and
Mhm.
it will really expel the gas also very fast. But cruciating pain, it can be, we have to see what for it is.
What?
Whether it is related with the periods or not, whether it
Mhm.
is with appendicitis, whether any intestinal obstruction. There are so many things.
Mhm.
So whether it can be, sometimes abdominal pain only patient will tell that they will have attack. So we have to differentiate it actually. Okay.
That's an interesting aspect. So, friends, see, all the remedies that are being spoken about here, these are just basic remedies, like I think most of us try at home before we go to the doctor. But if you know exactly what product it is and how you can use it, it helps to go to the next step. And as recommended and suggested in the beginning of the program, and as we proceed also, your doctor's advice is very much required. Doctor's attention is very much required. And go to a next, what is the next source of it? Do not wait too long, but get yourself checked. That's an important message that we want to convey to our viewers. This is the 25th episode of Aware and Care, where we're talking about home remedies, foods that are very much important and we have stopped eating over the time. Sometimes we do not even know what they are and we start Googling and understanding what this means. Doctor, you just mentioned about hing. We in our foods, desi foods mostly, we have that hing in most of the foods. But here you're mentioning to take it externally, extra, or it's part of the food?
No, we should take, like, it should be part of the food actually.
Okay.
If you see, like for constipation patients, we will always tell them to take, like, even, for constipation, like a home remedy, I'm telling. So, yam is very good.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, fiber. Okay, that is very good actually. Like, and even, like you can use like 1 teaspoon of ghee, empty stomach also. That will help a lot. And drink warm water along with that. So that will help a lot. And castor oil you can use. That you can use at night, 1 tablespoon with lukewarm water. So, and even castor oil is very nice for your body also, because your backache also will take care, your knee pain will go away. It will help a lot.
So, doctor, you just mentioned about warm water. That immediately got my attention to common cold. And most of the parents always said, I remember that, drink warm water, drink warm water. So let's have a little remedy about common cold. There's a saying that says that if you go to the doctor, it takes 7 days. And if you do it at home, it takes a week. So what is a common food or drinking that you should do at home when you have cold? And I think many of the children out there are prone to common cold frequently.
Okay. First of all, we have to see whether they have only common cold or they are having any cough, whether it is dry cough or wet cough. Okay. So for cold, what we do is that onion juice.
Ooh.
Yeah, onion juice is the best for the cold actually. See, this is same like when you cut the onion, you know how the tears will come. Cold also comes like this only. Okay. Onion juice you can use with honey. 1 teaspoon of honey and 1 teaspoon of that. Mix together and take it. Cold will go away.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm enjoying this episode. I'm sure my viewers must be all thinking, Madhvi, you're asking all the questions that are coming to your mind, and how about us? Well, we are taking your questions also, friends. So if you have any questions to be asked to Dr. Nair, please feel to comment in the comment section and we will take up that question and ask the doctor. So we just spoke about common cold. An instant remedy or a small remedy the doctor suggested is onion juice with honey, and that helps to relieve the congestion.
Turmeric can be given.
Turmeric can also be given.
Yeah, turmeric is very good actually, because it is very nice for the kids also, like a natural antibiotic.
Actually,
yeah,
that's it. Turmeric is a very important part of our diets, and we should continue to use it. And I think today modern medicine also is recommending turmeric in different variations.
Yeah, curcumin. Yeah,
absolutely. And so let's also come to the other aspect of we're taking so many different foods, eating different diets, once a week a pizza or a pasta, any food which is making your heart feel good, we say that you should have it, but there are also consequences to it at a later point. How about acidity? Any home remedy for acidity?
Acidity, like you should, like you can chew the basil leaves.
Basil leaves, okay.
Okay, and take one or 2 pots of like a garlic. Take it in the empty stomach and drink water. That will help a lot.
So when you say garlic, you're talking about garlic pieces or paste?
One small pot means a small one, like a tight cloves.
Like a tablet size, you can just swallow it?
Yeah, like a small, but here the garlic is very big. So one is enough.
Okay.
Not whole thing. 1 clove. Remove one clove.
1 pod.
Peel it off. Yeah, peel it off. Not 1 pod. Pod is too much. Okay, so one, like you can drink water. Not very warm water, lukewarm water. That will help a lot.
Does this also help for burping?
Yeah, that is really very good for the acid reflux actually. And you can, after eating the food, if you have anything like that, that's why people always tell, keep one or two cloves with you. You can suck
Yes.
it
Right.
after eating. Some days so much of burping will come, no?
Mhm.
So this will help a lot.
That's interesting that you mentioned the doctor, because we never realize as to why our moms pack those little cloves or cardamoms with us
Yes.
while we were going to school or something. They would say, "Oh, if you need it, you just use it." I always used to think cardamom is basically a mouth freshener. Do you think there is any other remedy for that cardamom is used for?
Cardamom is very good for the circulation,
Oh,
and it's a very good spice, widely used for everything. Okay, and not only that, it is very, if you are really tired, you chew one thing, it relieves the fatigue a lot.
wow.
It's
So
very
I
good.
think the fragrance always brings that little freshness into your mind. So that also
Yes.
wakes you up, just like biting your tongue. And cardamom is also very good for a fatigue. Any other foods that you would recommend for constant fatigue, especially somebody like me?
Then I will ask, what is your, eating habits? I will
Okay.
ask you if you are having, because it can be a problem for the, like a stress relief where your magnesium is very low in the body.
Okay.
Okay, then I will tell you what you should eat. Like lentils, you should eat chickpeas, you should eat beans, whole grain,
Mm-hmm.
tofu. If you are a vegetarian, I will tell you to eat tofu.
Mm-hmm.
Then fatty fish, salmon. You can
Mm-hmm.
eat bananas. So
Mm-hmm.
many things you can eat it. So that will give you like more magnesium and it will help you a lot.
So fatigue and magnesium, I think that's where the connection is coming from.
Yeah.
And friends, we're talking about home remedies, and I just mentioned about fatigue, and doctor said get your magnesium checked. So that would be one of the factors where you're feeling fatigue constantly. Doctor, fatigue also is it anyway connected to vitamin D, especially with low sunlight?
Vitamin D and not only magnesium, vitamin D, B12,
Uh-huh.
even vitamin E, because you cannot vitamin E, some people will tell that when I try to concentrate, I feel very foggy. So this
Mm-hmm.
is because of the vitamin E deficiency actually.
Okay.
Okay, so then they will tell that muscles are very sore at times.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so like fibromyalgia patients, then we will tell them to take a lot of vitamin E in the
Mm-hmm.
food. So
Mm-hmm.
almonds are there, sunflower seeds are there, apple, so many, they will tell that some days their blurring vision will be there,
Mm-hmm.
uncontrollable, fatigue. Okay, so this
So
all will.
you just mentioned about blurry vision, and I remember one of our viewers in the last couple of weeks had put in a question. They see these little constant spots around their eyes. It's like
That is
they see black.
different. That is different actually.
That is different. So
That is
any
different.
and what kind of foods are good for such kind of conditions, or it is an extreme condition that we can take in another episode?
That we will take in another episode, but I can tell you now, vitamin E, that eat a lot of sprouts.
Absolutely.
Vitamin E is rich in that actually, so you can always use it,
Mm-hmm.
because some people will tell that I get the numbness in the hands.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but with the spondylitis, numbness is different. But this, they will tell that I get little tingling, like a peripheral neuropathy and difficulty in swallowing. So this all, they cannot walk for a long time. They get the muscle cramps a lot. So these
Mm-hmm.
all like a vitamin D or vitamin E. All
Mm-hmm.
those things are there. You can see their nails, even
Mm-hmm.
zinc. There are so many things in the food itself. That
Okay.
vitamins we will keep one
Maybe
session.
we
Okay,
we
yeah.
definitely will do one episode on that. And today in home remedies, my next question to you would be about anemia. We see our hemoglobin count coming down and up, and there is a number that the doctors mention or the medical profession mentions, and none of us are actually reaching that number. So, what foods should we inculcate on daily basis to see that our hemoglobin level is good, or any home remedies for anemia?
Yeah, because actually for ladies, we have to see how they are bleeding, whether they any fibroid uterus or anything like that.
Mhm.
Otherwise, in the normal person, because you have to add little bit of, like a pomegranate is very good for you, and green leafy vegetables. Whatever we eat, it should digest and assimilate. Your metabolism has to be good. Otherwise, because this all like you pouring water on a plastic sheet, it will never get absorbed in the body. So if like anemia, we have to rule out what is the cause of anemia. Then like normally what you can do at home, I am telling you.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Mhm.
this one. Okay, it helps a lot.
Okay, it is. I like that example of water on a plastic sheet. You feel that you're protected, but then what is required is definitely not coming there. Doctor, we spoke about a lot of issues this in this episode right now, talking about home remedies, small habits that we should inculcate in the food or our lifestyle so that we feel healthy and stronger. And if there's an extreme condition, you see that the immediate relief is not coming, the best approach is to reach out to your doctor immediately. And we can't stress more on that as we talk ahead. Now, we just talked about women's problem, we're talking about anemia, and there's also this problem about cramps. The cramps, especially for women during her periods, any home remedies that could give her immediate relief?
Asafoetida in warm water,
Mhm.
ginger with honey.
So this particular remedy also helps for cramps due to indigestion and cramps
Yes,
during periods.
yes, because
Wow.
like the vata is in the like in the stomach. That's one of the reasons. So it
Uh-huh.
will expel, and sometimes before bleeding, because the pain will come and very cruciating pain will be there. So
Mhm.
that will also, because they will open up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that would helps for giving basic relief for
Yes.
cramps.
Yes.
That's an interesting home remedy that I wasn't aware of, and definitely worth sharing with everybody. So, friends, this episode you must share with all your friends. It's like a little pocketbook of home remedies that you can constantly refer to whenever you want, and check out all the remedies that are being mentioned here in this episode. So, doctor, let's also talk about constipation.
Okay.
What is a regularity? And I know apart from going into details of what is regularity, but if somebody is uncomfortable or they're constipated, what kind of foods help them to give comfort?
Beetroot juice is very good. Papaya is very good.
Mhm.
Okay, and like pineapple, there's a lot of fiber is there. Some people, they will get a very bad constipation because of their backache.
Oh,
Okay, so we will tell them, you take 2 tablespoons of castor oil.
okay.
Yeah, we tell them like that only, so that and they should drink little bit of more water. Everybody should drink more water. They should keep hydrated. That is more important actually.
Hydration is a must. And friends, these remedies or the fruits or vegetables which Dr. Nair is just mentioning, they are easily available today in any store, any vegetable market, and it's not like difficult to find a pineapple or a beetroot. It's just about putting that effort, going there, and feeling the comfort of putting that energy into the food and having it. Because many a times I know many people out there say, oh, I don't like beetroot, the smell of it or the taste of it. But when you see the benefits of it compared to going to surgery or to take those hard bitter pills, I think these are better home remedies than that. I think we're almost coming to the end of this episode. As much as I would want to continue, but I definitely want to take care of the mothers out there, the lactating mothers. What kind of foods are good for breastfeeding mothers?
Breastfeeding, Madhavi, so many people will come and ask me that my milk is very less. What
Mm-hmm.
to do for that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what they can do as a home remedy, they should, especially wholesome food they should eat. And, like fenugreek,
Okay.
like 1 tablespoon of fenugreek
Mm-hmm.
and like a half glass of rice. Soak it and cook it slowly
Mm-hmm.
with water.
Mm-hmm.
So you can add like a coconut milk in that,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see and you can consume it. Little
Wow.
bitter, but they will see the wonder in that, how much milk will be produced.
So when you say soak it, how many hours do you soak your rice?
Like
Overnight?
maybe like 1 hour,
1 hour is okay.
because you are cooking it, no?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it will take more time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's
So
very nice.
that is a beautiful remedy that you just mentioned. Doctor, I quickly want to touch base with you on weight loss. Any home remedy for weight loss? They always have this myth about, honey and water. If you drink it with milk, you put on weight. If you drink it with water, you lose weight. What is the truth behind this particular remedy?
Yeah, honey is very good
Uh-huh.
with lemon juice
Mhm.
and 1 teaspoon of ginger juice.
Okay.
Okay, then because you are you can see the weight loss. But weight loss also, because actually the reason has to be found out. What is the reason? If
Mhm.
you're taking steroids or anything, so naturally you will put on weight.
or thyroid problems also. for that
Yeah,
matter.
thyroid problems, but metabolism. But in thyroid also, if you use this water, but you will lose weight, and you have to do exercise also. Overeating has to be avoided, and don't consume so much of like pastries, cakes, and everything. Especially this our like festival season.
Yes,
So like so if you overeat, avoid the next meal, and accordingly you adjust your next meal. I should say that,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
drink warm water. Don't take so much of aerated water.
So those are some quick tips that you gave today, Doctor. I put you on the spot, and you were so kind enough to give us those home remedies. So, friends, the treatment plan at Santhigram Group of Companies is as simple as these home remedies. Once you reach out to the doctor and an entire team, these are the simple remedies. They start by telling you to start in your home, which starts in the kitchen. And of course, as your condition or your as you have the progression, the diagnosis also and medication also changes according to that. Dr. Nair, thank you so much for today's episode. Your final words for our viewers who are watching this program today.
Yeah, because actually Christmas, I wish everybody a happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Stay healthy and take steam because it's cold over here,
Mhm.
and do gargle. You can always gargle with a little bit of turmeric
Mhm.
and salt in warm
Oh,
water.
okay.
Okay, that will help you a lot. And stay healthy. Cover your head whenever you go out because it is
Mhm.
windy. Otherwise, you can get earache, everything.
Mhm.
So take care of yourselves.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nair. I'm going to end this episode by maybe not biting my tongue, but remembering to start biting my tongue every time I start the program. Thank you so much. It is always a delight to be talking to you in this episode. Happy and safe holidays to you and your entire team.
Thank you so much.